Alright, so we've got three proportions to solve, solving for x on each one, and on each of these, all that we're going to do to solve a proportion is cross multiply. So you're going to multiply those diagonals together, or cross products, and set them equal to each other. So our first example, we're going to take 3 times x, which is 3x, and set it equal to 2 times 6, which is 12. Now one thing I want to just comment on, when you cross multiply, the reason we do that is to get rid of these fractions. So our next step, you should no longer have any fractions. I see that a lot from students. I'm not sure where it comes from, but just remember to put an equal sign in between the two things that you multiply. Alright, so then we just continue to solve for x. We'll divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals 4 for our first example. Alright, so that one's not too bad. Next one, we're going to cross multiply again, and it doesn't matter which diagonal you multiply first. I tend to pick the one that has the x, but it doesn't matter. So when we cross multiply, 5 times x is 5x. When we're set it equal to the other diagonal, 2 times 4 is 28, and then we solve for x. Divide both sides by 5, we get x equals, now 28 doesn't divide by 5. It's really tempting to grab your calculator and give me a decimal answer, but we don't want, when we're dealing with all these proportions, we don't want any decimals. So we prefer that fraction answer as long as it's reduced, and 28 over 5 cannot be reduced any further. So that one is our final answer. Alright, this last one is just a little bit more complicated, but still nothing we can't handle. We're still going to approach the problem with cross multiplying, so 5 times 3x minus 1. Now to show that multiplication, you want to bring in parentheses. So it's 5 times, so a parenthesis, 3x minus 1. Set it equal to, now the other side, or the other diagonal, 2 parentheses, so 2 times x plus 4. Alright, so now we have an equation to solve. We've got parentheses on both sides, so we're going to start out by distributing. So we'll distribute the 5, and we get 15x minus 5 equals 2x plus 8. Alright, so look at each side. We don't have any like terms to combine, so next thing we want to do is get these x's together. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 2x to get it over here with the 15x. That leaves us with 13x minus 5 equals 8. And then we're going to go ahead and add 5 to both sides. 13x is equal to 13. And then our last step is divide both sides by 13. And x equals 1.